Can't hear you yet. Still connected. There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me?
Now we're in. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, we're doing this, man.
Yeah, this man came prepared. He came with the tie-dye shirt. He means business.
Dude, I got the craziest shirt collection you'll ever see, man. So
I believe it, man. So I was kind of going through some of the notes and through some of our messages. So you're an IT recruiter, is that right?
yeah, I've been doing that 7 years, man, in GovCon IT. So, I came into this from the blue collar world, man, and this was my entry into the white collar world, and now I've been doing this 7 years in the DC area. So, it's fully remote, man. I'm getting the hell out of here though, man. I'm going to Tampa.
Okay.
Next week. The place is already locked down, everything. So
really, why'd you choose Tampa?
dude, well, it was going to be Miami. That's where all my brothers and dad is. But when it came to like just sustainable living and cool culture, bodybuilding culture, better weather, dude, Tampa was just where it was. So I've never even been there. So
Okay.
I just spun the globe. There's my finger. There's where I'm going to be. If I don't like it, it's a year lease. I'm cool.
Yeah, that's it, man. You got any kids or anything that you're taking with you?
No, dude, it's just me against me. I do have a 16-year-old daughter, but she lives in Ohio,
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're almost out the woodwork anyway. 16, man. I got
Dude, two more years, actually a year and a half, and I will never see a damn letter from the Child Support Enforcement Agency again. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Counting down the days.
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah. So yeah, bro. Dude, I'm excited to see what's on the table here, man, because I saw a lot of your videos, man, and I'm sorry, it's you in the videos, right? You look real similar to the guy I saw in the videos, man.
No, that's Chad.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you could be fucking brothers, man. You know, what it comes down to, man, is if you would have caught me 6 months ago, a year ago, I'd have never really paid mind to the advertisement, man. But lately, man, I have just come to the realization that I hate what I do. I hate it, dude. I hate the government contracting industry. I loathe it. I hate the people in it. Every time I go to a company function, it's just a bunch of fucking tucked in polo shirt dorks talking, just stroking each other's dicks about what they know in the fucking, government agent, all these 3-letter government agency contractors. And don't get me wrong, I put on the suit and I blend in just like him. Like on my resume, my professional image, you never guess that I'm a bodybuilding heavy metal guitar player, man. And the thing is, man, I don't feel like I'm like these people. I always feel like I'm stifling myself, and honestly, the industry's so full of shit bags. So you get what I'm saying. So long story short, I was like, I'm breaking out of here. So I'm getting out of the area, still keeping my job for a while. And, I'm looking at real estate options. I'm looking at nutrition coaching again, which is something I did in 2015. I was a nutrition coach from 2013, 14, and 15 and into 16 before my business dried up, bro. It dried up. I was shitty when it came to advertising. I was not a good businessman. I was passionate about coaching and bodybuilding, but I didn't know shit about business, and it bit me in the ass. I had to revert back to being an employee, and I've stayed an employee since. And dude, over the years, all my old clients have been like, Dennis, man, I'm ready. When are you ready? What are you doing? And I just told them, man, I'm out of it, but just recently I hit them all up again and I said, let's fucking go, man. So I had a consult with an old client of mine. So he's in there with me. We're good. I did his plan yesterday, and it's just, we're really going to pick this up again, man.
Yeah, what are you charging for your plans right now for your online plans?
I want to be competitive, but I also want to get up there to where it's fucking really profitable. I'm starting people at 300 a month right now for full service nutrition coaching. I do their nutrition plan. I do their training plan. And what that means is that I do a video consult with them. I understand their needs. I understand what's changed, everything. And I personalize this plan, dude. You know, let me back up a little bit. As a competitive bodybuilder, I've consulted coaches myself. I've hired them. And I feel like I pay these guys $250 a month to do nothing else other than send me a 2-sentence email once a week. You
Yeah,
know, dude, they're lazy shitheads. They don't even want to get on the phone with you. They, I see what they do with their free time. It's not like they don't have the time to pay more attention to their clients, but dude, a lot of trainers, they just want to say, hey, I'm a good competitor, so I'll be your coach. And
right.
that's not how it works. You know damn well as much as I do, a good competitor doesn't necessarily translate to a good coach, right?
Exactly.
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. All right, man. And you know, I see all these jokers signing up new clients. You know, hey, I just did this good at a show. Oh, I got 5 new clients, and it's like, dude, the clients are getting the same damn thing. It's a cookie cutter ass program template. They have a template that they just fill in all the blanks. You know, when you look at their clients on social media and they're posting their food, they're all posting the same fucking foods.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Just shit like that, and it drives me crazy. And I said, you know what? There's enough bread out here for everyone eating. If these clowns are doing it, I'm damn well going to do it again. So
Yeah.
that's
So it
why we're
sounds,
here today.
yeah, it sounds like the major thing I've got out of this is you're not feeling fulfilled at all. And now you're trying to go back to your passion. You're very passionate about impacting other people, but more importantly, providing expert level customer service, right? Because you know, as a client yourself, how you want to be treated. Now you feel like you can formulate that for other individuals and get the most maximization out of their impact, as well as making a really a killing out of this, right?
I like the way you just said it better. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, no, and you nailed it, and I appreciate the way that you just said that. Yeah, because you know what, I'm not paying somebody just because they looked good on stage. I'm paying them. There's a level of service here, you
Yep.
know, and these coaches think that they can get paid based on their clout
Yep.
without providing a commensurate service, and that's what I'm angry about. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. If your heart posture is in the right place and you're doing this for the right reasons, intentional action, intentional words lead to monetary gain. That's just a byproduct of it, right?
Yep.
Cool. As far as that goes, right? What are we currently bringing in from your IT position so we can replace
Yeah.
that position?
Yeah. You did ask that question. I just kind of danced around it, didn't I? I apologize.
No,
So
you're good.
my current job pays me 12,000 a month. I mean, I've been doing this 7 years. I'm a pretty good recruiter, man. So I have a
Okay.
base pay plus a commission. You know, so I mean, in the white collar world here in Northern Virginia, I afford my living on my own. But I'm not balling. I'm not doing what I want to do. Sometimes I'm scared to take a vacation, right? So you know, the thing is, man, so I just charged this guy since he was an old friend and he's just a lifestyle client. You know, he's rather low maintenance. I said, look, every time you check in with me once every 2-3 weeks, we'll figure it out. $60 a pop. No big deal, right? But to bodybuilding clients, man, who are getting to know me, I'm getting my name out there. I think $300 a month to start is going to be so reasonable considering that they're going to probably get $500 or $600 worth of value.
Yeah, 100%. To kind of bring some context behind that, you are on the lower end of the average. So 250 to 500 per month is industry averages. So depending on how customized you're getting with those programs, how many check-ins. I mean, if you got a couple high profile clients, if you get them to like give you their credit card and get their supplements for them, do their groceries, have it ordered for them, that's another high ticket where we can bump up past $500. So let's just say on average, maybe you're charging $400. If we bump that up, right? $400 on average, Man, if you had, 25 clients, that gets you 10K a month right there, just off the bat, right? 25 clients in the world of billions of people,
Yeah.
right? So from there, that's when, once we're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis, that's when shit starts to get fun. We're starting to talk about running ads, so that way you're not spending all day, DMing and doing all this other stuff. We're teaching you how to become a leader, like how to lead leaders, when to bring on like a DMer, when to hire an assistant coach, how to do communications, how to profit off of them, how to make sure they're running your program correctly so it's on autopilot for you if you decide to take a vacation, right? Essentially, you're going to slowly transition to becoming more of that CEO role that you've always desired. Does that make sense?
Total sense. I agree. I like the way you said it.
Cool. So long run, obviously we want to make past 12K down the road, right? So what's the overall vision? How big are we trying to make this thing?
Man, I want to be the guy who is the gym owner and has guys working for him. I mean, the starting ground is going to be nutritional coaching, and then down, I want to find an avenue to get into a gym and train some clients. I mean, those prices, prices here in the Virginia area, $100 an hour all day long. People really don't blink an eye on that.
Yep.
And in Miami, that number can get pretty stupid pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. So that's kind of where I see myself going. Eventually, build this thing, get some guys under me to utilize my tools. Be ambassadors for my brand. Embody my vision and my methods. I don't want these cookie cutter guys coming on. I want some knowledgeable people, man. So the way I see that this going is that I want to take up, like you said, work my ass off and fill my schedule to where I can't even fucking think. Earn my money, man. I want to earn my money, bro. And then, I don't want to be known as the guy who just collects money and doesn't give a commensurate service. So, and eventually once I'm to my breaking point, which I could see, happening after a couple of years. Yeah, that's my idea anyway. Then bring some trusted people on, some hungry, trusted people to take over, and then divert my attention elsewhere to starting facilities, man. At least one
100%.
facility.
I think it's important that anyone that you bring on, even when you're bringing on a client, we're making sure that individual is really committed to the process. Because at the end of the day, I tell my clients, hey, like, if I decide, like, this is a two-way street, right? Like, you're interviewing me for if you want service from me, but yet I'm interviewing you to ensure I actually want you as a client. Because at the end of the day, if I accept you, your name is now tied to mine. So if you're going out telling people that I work with you and you're not following, if you're dicking off, and people are like, why the fuck would I work with Jeremy if this is what the results of this guy is getting? So I'll cut clients if they're not following a certain protocol after a certain amount of time, because at the end of the day, you want people that are going to uphold your name, right? That's the only thing that you got going for yourself. Same thing with your employees. We want to make sure everything's customizable. We want to make sure that we're set apart from the rest of the standards in the industry, right? We want to set ourselves apart in one way or another, where that's the way that we're communicating, whether that's the way that we're doing weekly check-ins. I mean, there's a multitude of different ways we can really set ourselves apart, really show people they can resonate with us. It's not just about being the great gym owner or what we do in the gym. It's also how we conduct ourselves outside of the gym, being the standard of excellence in and out, right? So for instance, my type of guys that I will coach are high profile men, 35 to 50. So think about the type of issues they have, right? 35 to 50 high level executives, really shitty with meal planning, right? Bad habits. If they are married and they have kids that are usually not very present. So if they're not there for their wife starts to resent them. If their wife resents them, they're not getting laid when they get home. So if we don't have money, power, and sex, there's something wrong with us, right? We start going crazy. So I'll show men how we can be a beast in the boardroom, but be that provider that our kids need, that our wife has always, fantasized about, how they can have a balance of all that, but still be powerful in every aspect or every room they walk into.
Dude,
cool.
That's the red pill shit that I'm all about. Yeah.
I like it, my man. Now, what is something that you mentioned your challenges right now is really needing consistent clientele and knowing where to start. And you mentioned earlier advertising. What are some things that maybe you've tried in the past to combat that and kind of get past that hurdle?
So in the past, before when I did it, and I wasn't even using social media, bro. I wasn't advertising. I was an idiot. Okay, like I would rely on word of mouth, and then I would pop in and out of some of my buddies' gyms to kind of see what was going on. But when those efforts, when word of mouth, when my network failed me or my network came to a dead stop, I was absolutely at a blank. And when it came time to sink or swim, I didn't know what else to do but sink.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Now, if this continues to be that same trend, how do you think that's going to impact your business, right? Like
Oh God.
longevity, right? We're in a spot that of a job that we really don't feel fulfilled. We're making great money, but money is really, it pays the bills, but it doesn't keep us happy. So if we continue to do that, we're stuck one way. If we jump into coaching, but we're not open to changing that, right, then we're back in the same rabbit hole as we were before. Now, I give you some context before even jumping into social media. A great way to get things popping, really maximize your local community, right? So my wife's a healthcare provider. Those are some of the most unhealthiest people you'll ever meet in your life. So I'll go do free seminars, 20-minute conversations. I'll get 15 referrals off that. I'll run that maybe every 3 weeks or so. And then I also am partnered with a supplement company down here. I have all of my clients on specific supplementation, whether that's a multivitamin or, some type of PEDs that they might need to utilize for contest prep. Regardless, that company provides me 30 referrals a month and discounts because I support their business. So anyone that goes into a supplement shop clearly has some health and fitness goals, and they have my card on hand. So they're calling me. I'm closing down those suckers at a 60% clip. It's easy, right? It's just free money trickling in. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm 41. I hate social media. I'm going to be 100% honest, right? I've been a master level trainer for over 15 years. A lot of my business came from in-person referrals, just like you. So this is a necessary evil to get things rolling. Once we get it past 10, 12, 15K on a regular basis, those ads will start circulating, doing the work for us, right? We can also afford to bring on a DMer to do all those day-to-day, but not in the shit that we don't want to do. So it's there. We just got to really treat this just like you would in the gym, progressive overload, right? You might add 5 to 10 pounds a week. Same thing here. We're just adding small SETIs changes so we can overall hit a PR in the next 2-3 months, right?
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes total sense. I like it. I like it. I mean, yeah, that sounds like the ideal direction, man. It does.
What do you feel like you need from like a business coach or a mentor to be successful? Are we looking for a step-by-step game plan, accountability? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, no, it's a cool thought. So, because initially, when I first even I followed the page and then I was reached out to. The reason I followed was because I saw an advertisement that says, "Hey, man, we have an idea that can get you like 7 to 14 pieces of content per week with only an hour." So that got my attention. I was like, that's time efficiency, right? I don't know if you remember that ad, but that's what was put out there. So my idea was, once I really start pushing this stuff, that content is going to be valuable. But what I specifically need is I need to be kept I need to be kept alert of all kinds of tools that are just going to make my job more efficient. I had a software engineer back when I did this who actually designed a pretty cool tool for me. It was an online application. Think of the USDA database mixed with PayPal, or I'm sorry, not PayPal, but MyFitnessPal, with just a lot more customizable flexibility. It was a really cool tool. Now, I'm not trying to get into the software business. That is a nightmare. My brother's in that business. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. But if I could be kept abreast and in the know of tools such as calculating tools, and there's a ton I already know of, but tools and methods to make my business more efficient, and also pushing out advertisements to demographics that really are more likely to take me up on this shit. Like, I can't see pushing content out there to, inner city Chicago demographic shit like that. But I can certainly see like, Miami, Texas, Ohio, Kentucky, like people who are just really need good coaching, man. Some people like lifestyle people, and I'll take lifestyle people because I know I can serve them right. I know I can really impress them, but I'm really interested in taking on competitive athletes, man. I think I have an itch for that.
Yeah, so we'll market that, right? And then in why we're marketing that, you're going to have some regular lifestyle clients that are going to want to filter in because they see those transformations. They see your personality. They are tired of working with individuals that kind of push them off to the side. I used to work with, I don't know if you know who he is. His name is Nick Langer. He's a national level coach out here in Omaha,
Oh,
Nebraska.
right. No, I'm not familiar with the guy. Nothing against him. I'm not you know.
Yeah, he won. I think he won nationals last year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
What's his
so
name?
Nick Langer.
Nick Langer, man. Let me get some eyes on this guy. He won nationals, bro.
Yeah,
Nick.
I think he was like light heavyweight.
Light heavies on the national level. Fucking dangerous, man. Yeah, look at this guy.
So me and him are extremely close. He owns some Iron Heaven gyms out here. But my point is, that's his niche, right? Like he works with competitive bodybuilders. However, he
Yeah.
has a shit ton of general population because of those general population, they're eating out of him. They know that he's great as a service. He's extremely knowledgeable, probably one of the smartest guys I've ever known. And he's extremely caring. So when you have that, your general population will actually end up paying you more than your bodybuilding clients. Your average bodybuilding coach is probably making average is probably about 400 to 450 per month, right? So you can make some money off of it, but you're going to make more money because there's just more individuals out there that aren't bodybuilders, just a small percentage. And usually bodybuilders, for the most part, are fucking broke, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is, right? So you're going to have some of those people that are looking to do that and compete. So it's great to have that on there, but it's also great to, show that you are versatile in every aspect, right? I used to only want to work with top-notch speed and agility specialists, right? Like they got no fucking money. Athletes got no money until they make it, big. So
Right.
I started changing out who I'm really kind of gearing my audience to be if I'm going based off of the income that I want to make. But for like you and Nick, who have a burning desire to help with, bodybuilders, you're going to get a shit ton of general population popping in there, right? Because they know that you understand, stress hormones, understand like reducing inflammation, you understand like food that's going to make them perform better, right? Understanding how to do Dutch tests, things of that nature is going to be a game changer. When you know how to do all those extra things, we can charge extra amounts of money. And that's also when you start getting affiliates, when you start getting partnered with other companies to push their products as well, and you're making a killing off of the products that you're putting your clients on as well. Make sense?
Absolutely. And then that's what you want to take. I like the way you said it. You're right, man. Dude, but the bodybuilders, they just unless they're unless they're in Arlington or Miami and they got a hell of a job, you're right. Generally they're broke, man. So, but it's that look that is appealing to the lifestyle people, right? So
100%.
Yeah,
if you can tell someone they can change their DAT goal, for instance, like again, some of those high level executives are going to have harder conversations, and those people like you being very forward. So, if someone's not executing, I'll be like, hey man, like we talked earlier this month and your wife can't fucking stand the way you look, like naked. How's that make you fucking feel? Are we going to continue to do this, or are we going to waste each other's time, or what? Right. So if they know that, man, if I can get this, I can gain more confidence, I can, be that man my wife wants me to be, they're going to want to submit to that process. Right. And if you show them a process, so most men like that, I don't go into like custom macros right off the bat. I'm like, hey, let's just learn how to build a healthy plate. Let's get some habits established first, right? Get that established. Hey, maybe we start moving into intuitive eating after we get that knocked down. And now you're at a point mentally where you're like, okay, I can take on more responsibility. Now let's factor into like actual macros where we're like going for a physique change, right? Initially, you don't want to throw someone on there that has zero fucking experience or zero wanting to do it in the last couple of years. Otherwise, we're setting them up for failure, right? That first 2 weeks, they'll be excited and they'll be like, fuck this, I can't have any of this. So it's just a slow process, and you let your clients know that, but that's also how you retain them longer. Hey, I understand that we want to lose 30 to 40 pounds, but the majority of Americans, no matter how in shape or out of shape they look, are vastly under eating. So we need to make sure that we get your metabolic rate back up. We need to start doing some things turning the needle to where I can actually feed you up with whole dense foods, which actually gonna help you lose weight. You're gonna feel more satiated. And then as we go, that scale will actually start tilting down because we're gonna get rid of all that sodium, all that bullshit you've been eating. And then we'll slowly be able to feed you up. And once we're at a point to where we're maximizing our hormone levels, stuff like that, then we can start going back into a deficit. But it's gonna be a fucking process. So this process might take 6 to 12 months. And if you're setting them up with those expectations ahead of time, great, because now we have predictable data. We know this person stuck with us for 6 to 12 months. They're bought in. We gave them a roadmap of how it's going to work, right? So especially if they haven't worked out in a long time, we start them off with more conditioning, maybe systemic style of training, then move them up to a slower hypertrophy. Then there might be a strength phase, and then there might be an athletic phase, and then there might be like a deload week, a couple deload weeks, depending on what they're doing, right? So now if you kind of write that out for them, you show them the steps. Okay, this is going to be a journey, but I'm all about it, versus bullshit with them. What most coaches are doing and just throwing them on a deficit and getting crazy results, right? Hey, I'm going to put you on 2,000 calories. Anyone can do that. Any dummy can do that, right?
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. No, you said it. It's the same principles that I believe in, man. Everything that you just said.
Yep, 100%, man. I think we're in a good spot now. Let me ask you this: what happens if nothing much changed? You got this dope job, you're moving to Tampa, those are cool, but if you don't do the things that you really love to do and you don't actually execute this and follow through, what does the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like?
It sucks. It's me fucking hunting resumes and talking with shithead engineers who don't do what they say they're going to do. It's me. It's me on my 8th year of dealing with 3-letter government agency peoples who just fucking that. Hey, when we talk about me staying in the industry I'm in, I tend to go on a rant.
Understandably so.
Yeah,
now let's flip that question. Let's say 6 to 12 months, you made your move, right? We're hitting 10, 12K a month on a consistent basis, but you're happy, you're thriving. We're moving that needle past 15, 20K, right? Doing the thing that you were born to do. What does life look like for you then?
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's me not being stressed, not having constant elevated cortisol, not being a chicken with his head cut off for a CEO who's a shithead. It's a beautiful life.
Yeah, 100%. We should be at a point now where we're not going to accept anything less, right?
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm angry, dude. I was telling my dude today, like I'm fucking angry, but not depressed angry, not negatively angry, like hungry angry.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. You're getting to a point where you're tired of being sick and tired, right? You're getting to a point. There's a difference between being hungry and there's a difference between starving. Hunger means I'll sit down at the table when the dinner's prepared for me, right? Starving means I'm gonna go fucking hunt that shit. I'm gonna make my own plate. I'm gonna create my own spot at the table, right? So there's very few individuals that really understand the starvation. Everyone's fucking hungry, but rarely does anyone hunt, but everyone wants to eat, right?
Yeah, man. Wow. I'm stealing that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one, dude.
I got you, man. I'm gonna share my screen next. We're gonna go into a high level what we have to offer. I'm gonna deep dive and show you exactly how we're gonna get to these goals. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna switch my phone so I can get a better accuracy. And I forgive the background. You have a very professional background. I'm in the middle of a move, so I have my studio torn down. So
you're all good, brother.
You're all cool.
Good. Can you see this okay?
I can.
All right, cool. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We are accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A out of a possible A+, backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA, 3 of the biggest certification companies in the world. Now, on the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have 10K Accelerator. We're going to have Mastery Level Coach. 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself, very passionate, looking to make that transition from the 9 to 5. The information this course is geared us to get from 0 to 10K in as little as 4 months and then surpass that. Mastery level, when we're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis, our goal changes to more trying to hit that 100K a month, become that 7-figure earner, be that more of that CEO. Okay.
Gotcha.
Our program is broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do, get you some clients out the gate. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We'll help you generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach. And we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Cool.
Excellent.
Now, on the support side of things, it's second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire 4 months. This individual's completed both 10K and mastery level, so they have a high 6 or 7-figure business of their own built out the information in this course. So they're battle tested. They've been through it. You'll have a customized game plan call with that individual to review where you're at, where you want to be, and the most efficient way to get there. They'll also provide you resources. You'll have private one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks, revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, get very specific instructions on what you need to do to execute for the next 2 weeks. Now, this right here will be a game changer. This is an entirely separate individual. When you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week, and we completed those sales modules, we'll introduce you to a sales coach. This person will help you overcome objections, teach you the sales psychology, maximize your overall return of investment, help you close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater. Bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, 5 times weekly group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. This would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset issues, even case studies. 24/5 tech support. So outside of all that, you'll be able to text your coach 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're contractually obligated to answer every single one of your questions. And then, as you know, becoming an entrepreneur is exciting, but it does get overwhelming. We've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions, just to ensure no matter what point of business you're at, you're always in a good spot.
Gotcha.
Resources, you'll have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. We do provide optional done-for-you programming as well, just to get you started. This probably is not something you would need to utilize. You've been in the game for quite some time. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And we do also offer an optional certification for those that come without one at no additional charge. Any questions on that?
No questions right now. I'm kind of just taking it all in now.
Cool. Let me know if I need to slow down on anything.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. So, I am looking into an ASM certification because I realize that credential is going to be important. That's been my Achilles heel, is that essentially I'm going off the same clout that all these other guys are going off of.
Yep.
I was previously certified through the IFPA, and it has expired years ago. So NASM is kind of the way it goes. You're saying kind of walk me through a little bit about the certification. You say you have something for non-certified and certified. It kind of just clarify that for me, if you would, please.
Yeah, it's an optional certification, and it's good for if you're going to be predominantly an online coach. It's not going to serve you any good if you're going to be like a hybrid style trainer. If you're going to be out training in person, it won't, factor over to a gym. But this certification is equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So it'll go over like how to build a healthy plate, macros, intuitive eating, stuff like that. Opposite side of that's going to be program design, programming variables. That would probably take you about 2 weeks, maybe less, to get that certification, but it allows you to provide, feel a little bit more qualified for individuals that haven't been in this space before. Okay. NASM is a great certification, great for ongoing continuing education credits. The problem with that is I know a ton of individuals with NASM that are shitty coaches, right? So at the end of the day, it's really dependent upon how you sell yourself, the characteristics and values and morals that you provide. People are going to want that more than they care about acronyms next to your fucking name, right?
Yeah. I've had it both ways, and I tend to find that people they want to work with somebody who they trust and somebody they get along with. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay. I just wanted to touch on that. No, please continue.
Yeah. Now, really quick with that as well. Like, if that's something, I always encourage people to always get ongoing education. So after you start running your business and we build that up, then we go back into probably, getting a certification. But I would prioritize the things that's actually going to get us money back. You get a certification, you're not getting any money back. It doesn't teach you how to run a business, right? So I'd rather you be overwhelmed with clients, and then as you get more confident and comfortable, then we can always go back and get those certifications so you have extra clout behind your name. So if someone is relatively kind of similar to you and they say, why should I choose you over this person? Well, I've got X, Y, and Z underneath me as well, right?
Yeah, gotcha. Makes total sense.
Yeah, 100%. So this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. There's 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. That means we're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to give specific strategies to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, we'll set up all your back-end systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, identify what problems you solve for individuals, and based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. These first 2 phases will take you about a month, maybe. Phase 3, phase 4 is the majority of our time. So we're going to teach organic marketing strategies to amplify your overall reach. We'll show you how to utilize WhatsApp community chat for our lead generation method. We'll show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything, maximizing your sales skills, having consistent client delivery systems, but emphasizing the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time and advance them to higher levels of your program. Any questions on that?
No, that's pretty well, let me see here. Launch, announce the business, get it legal, get it right, maximize marketing strategies, fine tune everything, and retain. No, I mean that's pretty well thought out. So the first two take about a month to get through, and what is the process like? What kind of like, let's say I'm new, I'm engaging in phase one,
Mhm.
like launching and announcing, kind of what questions come to mind, what kind of come to mind, even if I can't articulate it, is I'm sitting here thinking, what does it look like when I have a client, when I have a candidate at work and we get off the phone, one thing I tell him very explicitly is what he can expect, and I walk him through the process and the timeline and how many days it takes. That I guess that's where the question mark is right now. I'm trying to envision the process.
Yep, we're actually gonna go through the process step by step. So an intro post is like basically allowing people to know that, hey, my name is Dennis, and for some of you know that I'm a bodybuilding coach, nutrition specialist, whatever it is. I'm starting back my own. You're basically letting the people know that you're up running for business. Okay, so we'll give you a specific type of post or formula to kind of follow, and then you just change it based upon your tonality. But essentially, you're letting people know, hey, I'm doing this now. Like, I'm up and running. I'm ready to take on some fucking clients. Now,
Gotcha.
as we're launching, we're going to give you specific strategies. So an intro post will be one. After you kind of start feeling comfortable and you're getting people in, then we're going to run a scholarship strategy. So, hey, an example of scholarship. Hey, over the next week, I'm going to be running a scholarship strategy. There's an opportunity to win free coaching with me. So, drop your email information in the chat or whatever. You get their information. You're able to follow up with them. Now, at the end, you'll pick a random winner, maybe one or two. The individuals that don't win, you'll go back into their DMs or you'll call them and say, hey, Jeremy, really appreciate you filling out the application. Unfortunately, you didn't win the scholarship. However, since you did take the time to fill it out, I'm offering my coaching at a discounted rate for a limited time offer. So it drives urgency. It gets them incentivized and want to sign up. Oh shit, I've been wanting to work with this guy for a while. Now I can get it at a discounted rate. So again, it builds excitement, builds urgency. And we get a lot of people in the door that way. Does that make sense?
Got you. No, it makes complete sense. Absolutely.
Yeah, backend systems. We're going to talk about setting up payment processing systems, client agreements, making sure we're getting your LLC taken care of, your employee identification number, all that stuff we're about to dive into.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent.
This is our actual course. There's 33 modules. Each module has an overview link, and it's also associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style. So they'll literally go step by step, show you exactly what you need to get to the next spot. Okay. So first step to becoming a full-time coach, we talked about this just a second ago. Oop, let me go back. I might have been logged out for too long.
It's all good. Take your time.
Cool.
You're not losing any patience with me whatsoever.
I'm glad to hear. Cool.
Yeah.
Let me just go back into this. All right. This should work now. Probably just had to be a little refreshed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get this back rolling for you. Okay. So first step, we talked about becoming a full-time coach. We're talking about implementation. So we talked about the intro post, scholarship. A lot of the resources we provide for you are already done for you. So it makes our time more efficient. I think it makes things simplistic. 10K Accelerator Directory. I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. It sets standards, expectations, precedents, things of that nature. 10K Roadmap. It's going to be a two-part phase. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? What do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? So this will go this goes in specific detail on week-to-week process and how to hit these metrics. Okay, so clear standards and expectations are created from there. Now, based upon our goal, if we're trying to hit 15 to 20K a month, we need to activate daily and evening routines. We also go over imposter syndrome, fear of failure, and anxiety. Those are all natural, normal feelings we all have felt, but we teach you how to move past that to move forward with your overall business. Okay.
Got you.
We've also identified the top 10 struggles that you're going to face as a fitness entrepreneur. So we provided solutions behind each and every one of these as well. I remember earlier you said you tried it earlier. After those referrals and word of mouth, got done, you hit a stopping point, and then we just closed down shop. We're going to teach you how to get past that at all points in time, so you're never closing down shop.
Amazing.
Administration systems and ChatGPT. So here we're going to show you how to maximize ChatGPT. ChatGPT essentially is like Google on steroids. High power virtual assistant, right? We're going to teach you how to utilize this for program design, nutrition variations, even create SOPs and content creation ideas as well. Makes things done in a fraction of the time. Backend systems, Waiver, Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform accounting, book calls. We even have applications you can utilize such as TrueCoach or Trainerize to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition to one spot, customize the videos, make it more convenient for your clients.
Nice.
Financial systems. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, that's nice, and I like very much that you addressed SOPs. That's something that I've been concerned with, is that everybody who comes through the door you have to have a documented process for them. You have to be able to guide them. So that was something I was actually kind of rotating on. I'm happy that it's addressed here. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So every module is going to have what they call a module overview document. This is pretty sweet. So check this out. Over here is going to be all your videos. Okay, down here is going to be your written material. When you click on this written material, this will save to your Google Docs. So you'll always have access. This literally goes step by step, tutorial style in written format on how to execute every single one of these things. Okay.
Wow.
Now, if you're a visual learner like myself, let's pretend that you're going to set up Wave for payments. Okay, you'll just click on this. Let's see, I'm going to push this back a little bit. And so he's literally going step by step, where to click, what to fill in, what to type in. There's zero guesswork behind this. That's how easy it is. If you're good with following a structured game plan, you can't fail. It's pretty damn simple. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Now, from there, we're going to move into financial systems. Okay, so we're going to help set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, liability insurance, health insurance, all of your business legalities are covered through here. Okay, even how to do your taxes. Now, the cool thing is, if you're to set up your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes 20 to 30 minutes for all your business legalities to be done.
Fraction of the time. I mean, I have an LLC right now, actually.
Oh.
That we can go ahead and use. I mean, because I was a freelance contractor with recruiting for some side gigs, and I needed it, so it was set up last year. Actually, it's pretty good.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll save us some time for sure. From there, we'll move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals, and then from there, we're going to move into identifying your ideal challenge or what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we create our offer and pricing. So is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your overall length of terms. So we help with the overall structure of your pricing and teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable as well.
Gotcha.
Any questions on that so far?
No, I no questions are coming to mind. I see what we're offering here. That's cool.
Awesome. Now, this is the part you really came for, organic marketing. So we're going to show you how to amplify all of your social media accounts. So again, we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth, get 14 different pieces of content created utilizing some AI software. So we make it more convenient, more efficient. And then we're going to show you how to set up podcasts and YouTube. So a guy like you would kill this. More people get to understand who you are, your personality, you'd be able to do your rants. People would love that shit, right? We want more people to know who you are and the message that you're trying to convey. From there, we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. There's very specific strategies and resources that we implement on each platform in order for you to maximize the most potential. Okay, so all the way down from page aesthetics, page organization, hashtag use, reels, story headlines, anything you can think of, we'll show you how to maximize. Same thing for TikTok as well. Okay?
Amazing. I have all those accounts. I have a YouTube, I have an Instagram, TikTok, got it all, man. Let's do it.
I love it. Cool.
Yeah,
From there, we're going to move into content creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer. These are just really cool editing features. Helps your page become more aesthetically pleasing. We want people to think of your social media as like a storefront. So they're kind of walking by, they see something that attracts their eye. We want to go in that store, right? We want people to go onto your page, see what you're about, click those links. From there, we're going to move into 10K lead generation framework. The first, it starts off with earned media. So I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing. Okay, so we're going to show you different ways to incentivize people to want to reach out to you first. Really cool example, I think would be great for you. cross-pollination. Maybe you're partnered with another bodybuilding coach from across the country. Their audience gets to see who you are and what you're about, and vice versa. So now we've expanded our overall reach. We have new followers, and now we can provide new resources to new individuals. So again, it's going to expand our business. And then my favorite, as mentioned earlier, the scholarship strategy. So now we have more people that we can pitch this to. Okay.
Amazing. Amazing.
From there, we're going to go into conversation and calls. So I want you to think of this as like outbound marketing, or you reaching out to individuals first. So we already talked about that local network, maximizing where you're at. But then once we get into the DMs, we'll give you specific scripts you can change based upon your tonalities. We'll give you conversation to call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations by filtering them through a WhatsApp group. So that way they're already talking to individuals you already service or have served. So by the time they get on that sales call, they have a better indication on who you are, what you're about, the testimonials that you provide.
Gotcha.
From there, this has been your bread and butter since day one, the referral strategy, easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, talking about how amazing you are. We just show you different ways to incentivize those individuals to bring you referrals every single month without you actually having to ask for it. So really smooth there. Any questions on that area?
Man, no questions are coming to mind. I mean, they're all, you're hitting points that didn't even come to mind. This is great. This is great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This last part's going to be all about sales. Okay. So we're going to teach you how to maximize your sales capabilities. Okay. Oops, let me go back. We're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities, because we want to set up 2 types of phone calls. All right. The first one is what we call a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call. You're trying to identify, do I really want to work with this individual? Can I actually solve their problem? If you have identified this is someone that you want to work with, we push them to the closing call. That's a 45 to 60-minute call. You're trying to lock them down as a client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you the entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer. Understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then how to lock them in once and for all. Okay. So once you lock them in, we want to go back. We want to track all this. So we want to track, oh, is it going to go? There we go. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we give you our resources to do this more efficiently, so we have predictable data every single month.
Amazing. And there's it covers how to track the data, how to right. Oh wow. Okay, cool. That's amazing.
100%. Objection handling. This is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear in the online space as to why someone can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them signed up with your program. Client onboarding. This is probably the most overlooked area by most coaches and trainers. Someone's first 30 days in your program, which will make or break if they want to continue with you. We want to make sure energy is high, buyer remorse is low. We want them to get resources in their hands within that first 24 to 48 hours while we're building out their programs. We want to set standards, expectations, and precedents here, keep them busy, keep them occupied. Client delivery is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services. We just show you how to do this more efficiently by utilizing some of the newest software. We show you how to create customized roadmaps, which sounds like you've already been doing really well with your clients. Then also what happens when someone's ghosting you or wanting to quit, they're not listening. What do we do if they have already paid for services and they're doing this? We show you how to overcome that, how to mitigate those issues for the upcoming months. But typically, when those individuals are acting like that, they want to feel like they're a part of something greater than just you and them. They want a community feel, right? So we show you how to provide that for them. We also show you how to provide different touch points with you. So it's not just like one touch point. There's multiple areas for them to get a hold of you. Creating client challenges, which keeps things fun and interesting, and then different ways to incentivize your clients to execute on a more consistent basis, as well as track their success metrics to ensure your program is as good as you say it is.
Gotcha.
From there, we're going to move into customer support. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests? What if someone needs to pause services due to medical issues? How do we track it? How do we mitigate it? And then lastly, we'll move into client retention. We want to keep people happy for longer periods of time and advance into higher levels of your programming. How do we do that? How do we track it?
Gotcha. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second. I don't know what happened to my Canva. Somewhere along the line, something one of these things clicked off.
You have my full attention, my friend.
I'm glad, man. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you for paying attention. I know I did a shit ton of talking.
Bro, no, I'm on a high alert right now, so your pace was well received.
Awesome, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. All
Yeah,
right, so
man.
let's go through the quick little recap because I know I did a shit ton of talking and we'll answer any questions you got. Cool.
Cool.
All right, my man. Let me go all the way down here. All right. All right. It's a 4-month program. You're gonna have your customized game planning call with your coach. You have a one-on-one coach the entire 4 months. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have that sales coach as well. You're gonna have the Facebook community and CEO trainings. 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your 9 to 5, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming and optional certification and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we missed?
No. And the reason I feel that way is because you cornered a lot of things that I haven't thought of. So I think it's pretty thorough.
Awesome. Now, out of all those things I showed you, what was like 1 or 2 things that really caught your attention?
What really got my attention was SOPs, like I mentioned, was payment tracking.
Yep.
There's going to have to be well, if you're scaling for growth and everything, there's going to have to be a better system than just having them Venmo you, right? So
100%. Yeah.
yeah, which is what I'm doing now. Okay, that's attractive. That's pretty attractive. And also, wow, I mean, when it comes to what do you do when they pay you and they just ghost you? What do you do when yeah, no, the later half of things you covered was interesting. I think it's kind of cool that, the creator of this course actually went into taxes even and things
Yeah.
like that. I mean, look, man, I recognize good training programs because of, my brother is just an android of a human being, man. He's a great entrepreneur and CEO, and he gives coaching courses similar to this. And I recognize a good course when I see one. Whoever designed this it's very thought out. So yeah, it's good.
Awesome, man. I love it. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
Yeah, so I checked out 2 of them, and I wanted to check out more, but the ones that I did, I said, well, if this is not a paid script reader, then this is a pretty fantastic testimonial. So, I checked out a
Yeah,
few.
none of these people are paid. They're actually all over our Instagram page. I want to share one specifically with you. This is Jen Richards. So she's an IFBB pro. That's her husband, Darren, next to her. I know that you're really big into the bodybuilding community. That's why I'm sharing this individual. Okay.
Yeah,
So she's a wife and a business owner. So she used to be a physician's assistant. Her goal was to quit her job, go full time. She tried her own online coaching thing back in 2015, really couldn't get to the numbers that she wanted. Joined us in 2021. Now she's contracting 100K a month and she has a staff size of 12. So she's a 7-figure earner. Last month, her and her husband, they contracted 240,000. They collected 150 of it in that same month.
amazing.
Think about that. She joined in 2021, 2023, 7-figure earner in a year and a half. Nuts.
Jesus, dude, listen, man, this is amazing. And what really success. So she's an IFBB pro. That was probably a lot of clout for her as well. She probably leveraged that pretty well, man. The thing is, man, as a competitor myself, man, we often kind of joke and say, oh yeah, just for a fucking plastic trophy, right? But the thing is, man, it's like this actually gives me a reason to compete to broadcast that as she did probably. And granted, she probably didn't need to be a competitor to have really good success following this program, but I'm sure it certainly gives a higher purpose to that endeavor.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So now she has has multiple affiliates. I think that she works kind of next with First Form. So she has supplements that she helps push through there. So when you start becoming really well known and you have a solid business, other companies want to partner with you and they give you multiple opportunities because now she's making commissions off that as well. I believe she has some apparel as well, things of that nature, which they show you in that next level. Once we're hit mastery level, we start talking about branding, another level of supplementation, other ways to have different programs underneath what you currently have to give people more options, things of that nature.
Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
Averages, we like to show off what our basic student does. We don't just show off what the top 10 percenters do. 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So a stat behind that, the individuals that sign their client in month 1, the individuals that do sign their client in month 1 by the end of month 4 are averaging over 8K per month, just your basic individual. Now, the ones that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4 are averaging 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre individual, 6,500 to 8K is the average. It's pretty nuts. People are quitting their jobs at 10.6 weeks to go full-time in an online fitness business. And people that hit their 10K month, it takes them on average just 13 weeks. So just over 90 days, people are hitting that first 10K month, which is crazy. And the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 a year. Okay? So at 97 clients, you probably have at least 1 or 2 assistant coaches. At average, you could probably handle maybe 30 to 60 clients on your own on average. But then we'd start talking about bringing on some help. Okay.
Cool. And does this 10K and under course cover? Does it cover principles for getting new trainers on your team, or would that be the higher package?
That will be the higher one, because at this one, everything is more organic. We're trying to make you not have to come out of much pocket out of at all, right? We're just trying to make sure we have a solid foundation, plug up all of our holes, and then when we go into master level, that's when we take things to a whole nother. That's when we start adding the bells and the whistles to everything.
Okay, understood. Got it.
Cool. Any question on the averages?
No, man. Like I look at them and I'm like, bro, look, I'm a humble guy, so I hope, just take this for what it's worth. I'm just saying, like, if they can do it, I can fucking kill this,
Yeah, 100%. So some of these average, like for instance, 13 weeks to hit a 10K month, a guy like you, I would expect this to be done a little bit sooner. If we can dictate anywhere between 10 to 20 hours per week, we're in a great spot. Okay. If you can dictate 20 hours or more, you're in a dangerously great spot. It's just really depending on how much of a priority is this for you, right? If you treat this like a career, you'll get paid like one.
Cool. Awesome. Great. So, you mentioned that 20 plus. Now, when you say 20 hours, you mean invested in the business activity or invested in the course?
All together collectively. So
Gotcha.
This course is, you don't move to the next module until you execute the one before it, right? So you're building and growing your business as you're learning it. Whereas a lot of other programs, they give you this information, you read through it, then you go back, right?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We have you doing this as you go. Cool.
Good. So it sounds like there's an accountability system to execute.
Major. So again, you're having that one-on-one coach. That's going to be your number one accountability partner right there, right? Yeah, that 24/5 tech support. You're going to have those roster coaching calls, which is yet another level. You can network with other individuals that are like-minded. You'll have that private Facebook group. So you're going to be talking to individuals that are further along, that are mastery level coaches, so you get different perspectives. Yeah, man. And then you got those weekly phone calls. You have like about 4 different touch points to ensure that you're being successful.
Wow. Amazing. I'm really, brother, I'm impressed.
Awesome. Now, did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
No.
So a lot of companies have a money back guarantee. It's pretty standard. We have a 3 times your investment, or you get 100% refund. Now, how that works, you got to attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. $10 your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested prices of $250 or more. Run a scholarship program within your first 90 days. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification if you choose to utilize that, and have no late payments. If you complete the course to its entirety, you do all that, show up and do the work, we guarantee you will 3 times the amount you invest in, or you get 100% refund. So year to date, we've helped nearly 3,000 students. We've only had a return 1.6%.
Wow, that's an incredible return. That's great metrics. Wow.
Does that give you a little bit more confidence? I know that you're a confident guy. I know that you're good at this stuff, but does that add a little bit of increased level of confidence to you, like a safety net, if you will?
No, it does. It does. It gives me the feeling like the course company stands by their product.
Yep, it's pretty much put up or shut up, right? So we put up.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to talk about what's this thing going to cost us. There'll be a payment plan. There'll be a paid in full option. Okay, so paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Payment plan just means we put down a down payment that's going to be doable for our overall budget, and we can spread that out over 4 to 6 months. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. What's this going to cost us, my man? Payment plan $7,300. Paid in full option $6,500, saves you $800. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
Currently, right now, I would say a payment plan would probably be a little more to coast on right now, especially going through a move and everything like that. So let's just talk about it. Let's put it in practical application. I'm not scared by looking at those prices. I'm not scared at all. So
yeah, for sure. That's actually lower than the industry average for high ticket coaching mentorships right now. So we're pretty low underneath that. But let's talk about it. So average down is usually about 2,300. Okay. That takes your payments down to 5,000. We spread it out over 4 months. That's 1,250 a month. That's you needing 3 to 5 clients, depending what you're charging. If we spread
Gotcha.
out over 6 months, it's like 1,000 a month, which again is 3 to 5, depending what you're charging.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, cool. And it's very reasonable. Now, let me ask you this, my brother, because I understand your position. We're in somewhat similar positions, but your job is cooler than mine. Let's face it. Is the expectation, keep it real with me, is the expectation to close during this session?
Well, I wouldn't say it's the expectation. We want to make sure it's fully in alignment with what you want and what we
Right.
want. So this checks off all of your boxes, right? And it's something to where it's not intimidating, the price isn't, and it gives you everything that you want. Obviously, the goal is to want to, get things started and take action, right?
Right.
Because facts are 90% of the people that get off their first call typically don't return, right? It's just a fact, right?
Uh-huh.
That come to Jesus moment happens. You get really excited, and then 2 hours later, they're like, shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they start questioning it, because at the end of the day, this is what happens. A lot of individuals like the idea of making money and having their own schedule, but then they also come to the realization, fuck, I don't have anyone else to blame. If I don't
Right.
do this, it's all on me, right? So I tell people, if you are really structured, you have a game plan, you have accountability, and you've proven to yourself that you've gone through some similar stuff, how can you not be successful, right? You have a guarantee in place. Worst case scenario, you make back your 7,300. Best case scenario, you make nearly 22,000 at the end of 4 months, right? So to me, if someone was to say, hey, Jeremy, I got this idea for you right now, guaranteed success. All you got to drop is X amount of money, you'll 3 times your investment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't a coaching program, 90% of people would say, okay, I'll find a way, if they know they're getting their money back. Worst case scenario. No
Right.
difference here. You're betting on yourself, and it's a strategic bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is just show up and do the fucking work. Don't do
Right.
that, then this probably isn't for you, right?
Right.
So
Right.
think about
Understood.
that. If you're making what's 12,000 a month equivalent to, like, what, 180, 160 a year?
Yeah. No, it is 160. Yep, that's what it is.
Okay,
Yep.
so this is like, to put it in context, this type of investment is like a third of your overall annual salary.
Right.
So when you break it down like that, is it much of a risk? No. Are you excited? You seem pretty excited, right? Let me ask you this, like, moving forward off the table for a second, does it check all of your boxes?
Yeah. I like that. There was no turn taken that I didn't feel like I was not going to be taken care of.
Yeah. Do you feel 100% confident in your own skill set and abilities to just follow the game plan and execute?
Dangerously.
Yeah. Right. So if it, usually it might be financials. It doesn't seem like it's financial as well, right? Like, where the cost doesn't intimidate you. So my question would go back to kind of relay to me why we're back on the call. I'm going to let you tell me, right? So I want you to hear yourself say it. Run it down. Why are we on this call? You hate your fucking job. What else?
Yeah. Right. No, that's what it is. And to be dead honest with you, I'm going to talk to you like you're my brother, man.
Yeah.
I make irresponsible financial decisions. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's what I do. And it's amazing that the more money I make, the more money I spend. That's
100%.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
and I'm getting a great handle on it. The the only apprehension that I have right now is that this move is like uh it spread me a little more thin, and then the initial down payment that you're talking about is probably a little heftier than I expected. That's all it is. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Is it more than I expected? Yeah. I mean, it would be like, I came into this thinking maybe 700 down payment, that'd be cool. And that's my only apprehension, is that the initial down payment is just going to spread me thin. I have to the place is basically, they want hard cash and I'm
Yep.
floating on credit. They want hard cash and I'm floating on credit.
Let's talk about it, because I have certain things that will incentivize you based upon your level of execution. Okay. I want you to think about this. As an athlete, you're a bodybuilder, right? You have years in the game. So what makes someone really great at their craft is they're consistent, they're dedicated, they're coachable, they're committed, right? So if you have all those tactics, right, this is what I'm going to do to make sure that we actually get you in. So we do have an in-house that we can do payment plans up to 12 months. Okay. So what this allows us to do is if we do it over 12 months, there's a slight increase in price. However, it's more like 8,760. But the cool thing is there's only a down payment. If we split that out evenly over 12 months, that's $730 a month. Okay. Now, the caveat to this, what I'm going to do for you is if you're able to pay this off within 4 months, we honor the 7,300. If you pay it off in 60 days, I honor the 6,500. So it saves you $800. So either way, I get you in a smaller rate, right? It's much more doable. We already know you're going to be successful. So at the end of 4 months, you should have 3 times your investment. You can pay that off. There's zero interest then at that point in time. It's after 4 months. Cool. It's just the normal payments of 730.
Gotcha. Yeah. And that is more doable. Brother, what would make me feel a little more comfortable is to, offhand, what would make me feel more comfortable is to get down to Tampa and get the first month's rent paid next month, and then look at everything, look under the hood, and then do this. That's what would make me most comfortable. I deal with candidates all the time. Let me talk with other companies and call you back. And you're right, I never hear them again. But at the same time, and I don't want to put you through that because you've done an incredible job, just astoundingly. However, I am just not, as of today, prepared to put that down. I'm just not, Jeremy. And that's all it comes to, is that I'm floating on credit, trying to negotiate right now with people who want hard cash and cashier's checks. Yep. And that's my only apprehension, man, is that, dude, I get paid on the 10th and I get paid on the 25th, and as soon as I get it, the shit's historically gone.
I gotcha.
It's fucking bad. Like, it's embarrassing, like I'm just having a very real human moment with you. I'm not fronting, I'm not lying, so the cost is just higher than what I wanted, what I expected, and that's all it is. And it's not to say the program's not worth it. It's just a higher cost than what I expected to pay, Jeremy, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I appreciate your transparency. Do you mind if I challenge you on something?
Yeah, I know. I like being challenged. I want to hear it.
Cool. So you had mentioned, I think you're moving in, did you say a month?
Dude, I'm moving the movers come on the 13th. Today is the 9th.
Okay, 13th. Okay.
Yeah. So they want a payment up front. They want 2 additional payments. As soon as I get down there, it's a cashier's check for the first month rent, and then 2 weeks later they want a full month's rent. In the meantime, I have American Express, who is rather fed up with me and is requesting that I pay an entire insane, that they want $10,000 by the 27th, and it's I have to negotiate with them.
Okay,
Yeah, no. You're talking with a guy who spends everything he makes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So let's talk about something, because I know you're in a difficult predicament, and I really appreciate your level of transparency and even hearing it out. Okay. So the main thing is, you got a lot of shit coming out, right? There's a lot going on. Okay. Now you mentioned it would be decent, but it'd be a little bit uncomfortable, right? So let me ask you this, from one guy to another one. So I'm a men's IPE pro as well. So I got my pro card back naturally in 2017.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So we both know about levels of uncomfort, right? So I want you to think of your bodybuilding journey. After that first, I'd say 8 weeks, that's when shit starts getting uncomfortable, right? That's when the cravings kick in. That's when we really have to start drowning out those fucking voices in our head, right? Increase steps, increase cardio, right? To start peeling off those layers of fucking fat, right? So right now, this job that you got is a giant fucking layer of fat, and it's uncomfortable, right? And we are doing an hour and a half of cardio trying to build this bitch off of us, right? Yeah. So let me ask you this. If you're able to do something to where maybe we could even just do a down payment, but we have a delayed start, which allows you to lock in at a lower rate, because I will be completely honest with you. Chad will tell you the same thing. We had a meeting today. This is not a sales tax, just being honest with you. Prices
Yeah.
will go up next week because we are under the average. So if I want to be able to lock you in at a lower rate, I'd love to. Okay. Now, does it mean it's going to be uncomfortable? Yeah. Is it going to be fucking a mental fuck? It is, right? But will it be worth it? Allowing you to get some of that financial freedom back doing the things that you love in as little as 4 to 6 months versus waiting another month. Think about those averages. People are getting their first client in week 1 and 2. You could have all your backend systems set up. You could already start having clientele. We could have payment processing systems. So some of the people that you've already been reaching out to that are like, yeah, let's do it. You're already setting yourself up. You have a nest egg versus waiting 30 days and now starting from scratch all over again and paying another inflated rate.
Right. Right. No, it's about as logical as it gets. I mean, it's as logical as it gets. And the only thing is that, no, given everything now, I'm also trying to wrestle with the logic of letting go 2,300 right now. You said it's 2,300 right now, right?
No, so that would be, if you want to go on a payment plan, that would be the average amount down, right? So what we could do is we could even put something, for example, put something down like 2,300 is going to be giving you a nice nest egg as your reoccurring amount comes out. The larger down payment, the less reoccurring, right? But we could put something down, do a delayed start, and then once that payment comes and you actually want to start, then you can add on to that once you start feeling a little bit more comfortable financially, right? So ideally, the average individual will put down about 2,300 on a payment plan. Now, if we spread it out over 6 months instead of 4, it's $1,000 a month, right? So we put the 2,300 down today. We could do a delayed start date. Okay. If you do a delayed start date, totally fine. I'll still get you some course access so you can at least start plugging through, reading through some things. So once your actual start date takes place in 30 days, you're already kind of keen on what's going on. You're already implementing, right? Then your next payment would be due. Your next payment would be due a month after your initial start date.
Gotcha. All right. So, okay. You guys do credit, right? We can just swipe the card, right?
Of course.
Okay, of course. Good. I don't know why fucking the housing complexes can't do the same thing. That's my biggest hurdle is I everything I have is on credit and I have people hounding me for hard cash. That's what it is. So Jeremy, man, how often do you have people get listen to the presentation and then come back a month later and say, let's do this? Does it happen often?
No, very rarely. A lot of people say, I'm definitely coming back. I'll put them in my follow-ups. I'll reach out to them. A lot of times people ghost. Some people just say, hey, I'm not in a spot right now. My point is I tell them I got a wife and 5 kids. It's never going to be an ideal fucking time ever, right? You run a risk every day. Do you go to the gym every day? Yeah, guess what? If you drive to the gym, you're running a risk that you could get in a car accident. Does that stop you from going? No, right? So you have to think about, take the best bodybuilders, best athletes, best entrepreneurs. They take action based upon where they want to be, not their current circumstance. So they do make quick decisions and they rarely change their mind, if ever, because they've committed to the process. Think about once you decide you're going to do a show, you pay that entry fee. There's no fucking turning back. Otherwise, you're going to look like a bitch.
Yeah.
It's wasted money. You're not getting that money back, right?
No.
Right. So then you're like, fuck, I actually did this. It catapults you, it builds urgency. And now you're firing on all cylinders because there is no fucking backup plan. We have to execute this one. Is it always the best decision initially? Not all the time, but you've committed to it. So you're making the best of it and you make it work for you. Whereas other individuals will overanalyze, over-research, pick out a million different show dates and never actually commit to it, which means they change their mind over and over. They have a hard time committing to a process and they actually never fucking do it. And their success rate is drastically reduced. Right? No, so you have to kind of figure out, what type of individual are you? Are you the one that takes action based upon where you see yourself and where you want to be? Or are we going to continue to swim in this shit that we fucking hate and that you loathe? And it's not fun. It's depressing. Right?
Yeah. It is. It's very depressing. That's the thing. Jeremy, man, here's one of my life philosophies. I have to be able to, every decision I make in life, I have to be able to look in the mirror
Mhm.
look myself in the eye and be 100% certain that it's the right thing to do at that moment. And that's the piece I'm missing, is that what I would love to do is fucking go through all my lines of credit and see exactly where I can squeeze this in, but right now it's like I couldn't just pull the card out and give that to you and feel like I made the most responsible decision with everything I have right now in front of me. And that's just how I feel, man. And I don't want to defeat the process. The thing is that I I I want to actually come back and do this. And I want the follow-ups. I don't want to ghost anybody. I want to maintain the connection in the relationship. I value genuine relationships. It's just right now, I can't look myself in the eye and say I will feel great about putting a down payment like that down. I just can't bring myself to do it, brother.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man, is that the time will be right for that. The time is right for the course. The time is right for the service. It's just it's rather embarrassing, but yeah, man, it's a bad time to swipe the card. It's a bad time, and that's the thing, man. And dude, it's like I want the follow-ups, and I want to reach out and do this. It's just, man, I right now, buddy, I can't let it go. I can't let it go, man. It's going to be tough. Everything you said is true. The product is valuable. Like you absolutely fucking represented. The thing is, man, I believe in my heart of hearts, with everything I have going on, that this is it's going what's going to happen is I'm going to do this, and then someone else is going to want money, and there's going to be no room for it. And I will have given it to that. There's so many moving parts going on in my life between now and the next 4 weeks that require more money than what I have, that it's one of those situations. You know what I mean? Had I had known or researched that possibly that would have been it, I would have said, Jeremy, let's schedule this thing for fucking September, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at, and I have to keep it real with you. I don't feel good about letting that money go right now.
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you a secret. No one ever feels good about making that money go, no matter
Yeah.
what point of business they're at.
Oh, Jeremy, dude, listen, I got a fucking studio. I got 9 guitars. They're all custom. I got a custom computer. I got 4 vintage amps. I
Yeah.
have no problem letting fucking $3 grand go at a
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
bro. That's why I'm in this position.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, okay. You don't get it, bro. My brother wants to be my financial advisor, and I'm embarrassed to show him my statements. Like, I dropped that money, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like right now, a snapshot of where I am now
Yep.
is preventing me from shaking your hand on this deal, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. It needs to be in alignment with you, dude. It has to be in
Yeah.
alignment with you.
You know what I mean? And I'm embarrassed. I feel like I disserviced you. Like, I really feel there's a level of shame with that.
No, there should never be a shame or an embarrassment, man. Like we're just
Well,
having.
well, well, it's like you said, man, we're fucking guys. We should have better control of our finances. I'm 39 years old. I make fucking, 12 grand a month. And fucking, I can't fucking give you 23 grand or 2,300, man. It makes me feel like a punk. But dude, the thing is that, the time will always be right. I mean, all I'm saying is that if you put me on your lead list, man, this is something I'm gonna
Course.
need. I'm gonna
Dude, I would
need.
never delete you whether you said great or not. That's just not my style. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is, and this, if it's a no, it's a no. I'm comfortable. Okay. So I just want to reemphasize something. I'm totally cool if you don't want to move forward. Okay. Now I'm not asking to put 2,300 down. I'm
Oh,
asking to put down 730, which saves you 1,570.
oh,
So
I
the
see.
reason I'm trying to do this, and the reason I keep on versus otherwise, I just like, if we'd had the conversation we had, I'm like, great, man, talk to you later. I'd be on to my next call, right? But for one, our rates are going up next week. I don't want you missing out on that. And if I can lock you in for 730, right, and we can do a delayed start date, Okay. So that way you have time to build up your finances. We can start when you feel comfortable, but at least you've locked in at the current rate. Again, it incentivizes you to get to the paying off the course within 4 months. Because if you do, it's the 7,300 payment plan. If you pay it off in 60 days, you save the $800. So I'm trying to find a way to where we can squeeze a little something. You can feel confident about it knowing you locked in, but then there's no pressure of you actually starting it like right now.
Right. Right. Man, no, and that's generous. And the thing is, dude, even if the prices fucking go up next month, I'd be more comfortable fucking, I mean, like it won't fuck me up, man. Like
Yeah,
what, you
sure.
know, I'm telling you, bro, like it's just right now a snapshot of what I have going on right now. I mean, you see
Sure.
my place fucking torn down. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. You
No, I
know,
believe it.
so what I say is that, you know, we've built an incredible connection and the service will be bought. Like I will be that one metric that
Yeah,
surprises you. You know what I mean?
you got
So yeah, let's sandbag it, man.
it. Okay.
And I absolutely want to talk to you next month.
I got you. Let's do it. So I'll keep
Okay.
in contact with you every couple of weeks, man, to be honest with you. I'll send you over a resource, send you over
Yeah.
a condensed presentation so you can kind of map things over. I know we went over a lot, you kind of view it. And then
Mhm.
me and you will stay in touch. And then when you're like, hey, Jeremy, I'm feeling pretty good. Tampa's all nice and set up. Shit's
Yep.
cleared up. I'm ready to pull the trigger. We'll hop on. We'll get you done within 10 minutes.
That's what I'm genuinely offering. I swear to God.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man. I'm with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, this is good. We needed this. I needed to know about the product on hand. Keep in mind, dude. You know, this was me scrolling on my phone saying, "Oh, I can make more content within an hour." Cool. You know, and then it turned
Yeah,
into this, which is a pleasant surprise. Like,
for sure.
holy shit! I didn't know this was at hand, but I want you to. I want you to call me every 2 weeks. Call me, but regardless, I want to talk to you next month.
Absolutely, man. We'll keep in contact. I'll talk
Okay.
some shit to you while you're moving, see how things are rolling. Cool.
Yeah, no, I want that. The movers come on the 13th. I'm in there by the 18th. It's a long drive. I get established and yeah, get the first couple months rent paid. It's not cheap. You know, it's fucking $4 grand a month, but you should see
Yeah,
the fucking place, man. But yeah, no, let's do it. We're talking next month. I'm not ghosting you. I don't ghost people.
cool.
I hate people who ghost people. So you'll see.
Cool. Let's do it, my man. You got my number. So if you need anything in between time, you have questions that pop up, don't hesitate to reach out, man.
I appreciate that, man. No, and I will. So let's do it. I will talk to you very soon, dude. Incredible product.
Yeah,
So
100%, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate your time today.
yeah, I appreciate yours, dude. I really do. Thank you, brother. All right, Jeremy, man. I will talk to you real soon, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too, brother.
Later.